Hi, this is Kim from Affordably Crafty. If you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about learning how to stretch your craft dollar by being affordably crafty. Welcome back to my subscribers. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss out on any deal alerts that I post. I do DIYs, walkthroughs, hauls, and lots of other tips and tricks where you can stretch your craft dollar. So this is, I had to put my Dollar Tree haul into two parts because it was just getting too long. So I did have quite a few craft book finds and a craft magazine that I have not seen before. The retail price on these books is going to blow your mind. And then I also have the yarn that I got. It's name brand. So up there, the register at Dollar Tree, they have magazines. I don't know if you guys know that. And they had one that was craft related when I went there today that I haven't seen before, and it's called Junkovers. Reinventing your flea find. So I love to thrift store find or get a curbside special. And so I just picked out some of the projects that I thought were very interesting. So this is half of a wooden chair that they've turned into a rack. This is pretty cool. This is made from reclaimed doors here. And then I think you could use like the offcuts from Home Depot for that part. This could be something cool to put in my daughter's room, like a reading bench or a nook. Again, I just grabbed some of the ones that I really liked. These angled drawers as shelves, which is cool. I actually have some drawers put aside from an old bureau that I was looking for a project for, and this might be it. Just how fun this was. It's vintage metal game boards. Anybody remember those? So that would be really cool in like a kid's room, I think, a 2-tier tray. So that's fun. Next is this book called Stamped Stencil Paint by Anna Joyce. And this is a really beautiful hardbound book. And the retail price on this originally was $27.50, if you can imagine that. It is 144 pages long and has very nice glossy full color photos throughout. So they talk about some basics about how to get started, how the crafts are different. So the next section is on stamping basics, and they talk about all the different tools. And they have some nice beginner projects, and I like this book is good for beginners because they do explain each craft type and how to go about doing it in clear, concise detail, and talk about all the different tools you would need to be successful in doing them. I like these market bags. Those are really nice. They also show you how to sew them together, which is great. Then on to our next section, which is stenciling. So again, they talk about basics, and they show you what you need to get. These simple ceramic plates, but what I really liked about it was that they used architectural or flow type stencils. I don't know if anybody remembers these from school when you were younger. But that's really cool. It's got a bunch of different shapes on it. Oh, yep, the simple cotton quilt, which is about printing. That looks cool. Maybe not those exact Mardi Gras-ish colors, but I like the idea of it. And then they also talk about some paint that I've never heard of, which is cool. Light sensitive dye in the color of your choice. So basically you put resists on top of this fabric after you paint it, and it makes patterns. I think this one they use pennies and something else. And then in the back, they have templates for a lot of the projects that they showed, which is awesome. So that is this one. Again, the retail on this is $27.50. This was $1. It'll also make a nice gift for a craft during your life. So then I also was really excited about this one. Macrame Jewelry and Accessories. 35 gorgeous knotted projects to make and give by Lucy Hopping, and the retail price on this was $19.95. A really decently sized book, soft cover, but you know, full color, really nice glossy pages throughout. And I like that I've never done macrame before, but I wanted to learn, so they have nice colored simple instructions on how to do the different knots, which I really appreciate. And then they also have some crochet techniques. And then I just flagged some of the projects that I really thought were cute. So So the first one was this fabric braided purse. And the interesting thing about this book is they use charts that are very similar to crochet charts. So if you can see, that reminds me of a crochet chart, doesn't it? Striped macrame shopping bag, and this is made with jute twine. I have to look online and see if there's a place I can get this colored jute twine that I see everywhere, because that would be pretty. Not that I don't love brown. Then I really liked this macrame collar. I think it would look beautiful if you added maybe some beads in here or something. But isn't that a cool look? I like the different, how it varies the projects in here. It's not all jewelry or all one thing. It's a bunch of different kind of stuff. Like, check out this rose hair tie. How beautiful is that? Isn't that cool? And that uses crochet thread. Then there is this really cool flower brooch. And if you look in the middle, those are nuts. From like the hardware store. Isn't that cool? I like the repurposing of that. Was this cool ribbon bracelet. Isn't that cool? It's 3D. They also have a necklace. I don't know if I love the necklace as much as the bracelet. But I do like the technique. I might be using this. This looks pretty cool. So that's this macrame book, which again retailed for $19.95. I got for $1. Then there was this really nice coffee table book. I mean, this thing is heavy. It is, how many pages long is this? 270 pages. Hello. Yeah. The Maker, Crafting a Unique Space by Tamara Maines. And this was originally $29.99. Really nice hardcover. Really thick here. I like that it's a little bit different. It's got a rounded edge down here. And this touches on a lot of different crafting techniques. So in the table of contents they have wall art, objects, textiles, ceramics, lighting, furniture, materials and tools, and then there's a couple of setup chapters. So I flagged some stuff. Now, some of the things in here, they don't go point by point on how to do them, but I think that they would be good inspiration pictures. So, like, look at this macrame loom thing she's using. Like, that could be cool and probably could be made out of something repurposed. I thought that was neat. So the next thing I flagged was, they talk about all different techniques here. And I'm just going to list what to explore, chapter 3. I'm going to list what's in here. So they talk about applique, basketry, ceramics, chair caning, embroidery, fabric dyeing and printing, felting, glass blowing, knitting, leaded glasswork, leatherwork, macrame, metalwork, papercraft, quilting and patchwork, rug hooking, sculpture, shade making, tapestry weaving and upholstery, willow bending, wirework, and woodwork. And they basically give a rundown of what is entailed with each of these different crafting styles or whatever. Like, there's a really cool macrame wall hanging here, and it's not all macrame, but look at this cool close-up. Isn't that cool? And then this is what it looks like. Now, there's also some really good reading in here talking about how she got into different crafts. And so there is some, it's not just an instructional book, there's reading also, like, which is cool. I like that. Then there's question and answers with different makers. I mean, look how cool that looks as a close-up. Isn't that awesome? So she highlights a different maker in each section for each different craft that she's talking about, which I think is a really great feature. And then the next one, so this is felted wool. In my Peter Patchy's haul, I actually hauled and still have some of this felted wool, which looks really cool. Now, I don't knit, but look at that blanket, how awesome that looks. Isn't that cool? And then there's a section on loom weaving, and they talk about making this table runner. And they also give you actual instructions on how to start the loom off, and there's lots more instructions on the other page. And then in the back, the other nice, they talk about all the different tools and what they're for, but then they also have 2 pages on who to follow. So this is all the different makers that they talked about and who she suggests in each of the different crafting areas that she highlighted. So this is a really nice book. This again would be a really nice gift for a crafter in your life. It is heavy though, man. On to the yarn. So I have seen this first one before, and I've passed it by because I consider it a little bit of a novelty yarn, and I'm like, I am only going to get that if I know what I'm using it for, because, you know, we all get the, oh, that's really cheap, and it's so cute and sparkly, and then it just sits there. So I've been trying to go through my novelty yarn this year, trying to come up with some interesting, innovative projects. So it is this Red Heart Boutique Chick in the color Ivory. So it's like a chenille yarn. You can see that. It's a chenille yarn. But one end has these fur poofs on it. So I have a very specific 2 DIYs that I bought this for. So I got 2 of them just so I have enough. And I'm probably going to start working on that in August after I'm done with Yarny Yule. And then I finally managed to snag one of the brands that everybody's been talking about online. I snagged Red Heart Classic in the color tan. Looks like this. Oh, hold on, let me go back to the Boutique Chick. I didn't tell you the specs. So it is from Coats & Clark, and it is a super bulky 6, a 6.5, sorry, a 10 millimeter hook, or 10 millimeter knitting needles. It's 85% polyester, 15% mode acrylic. I gotta assume that's these things over here. Oh no, the pom-poms are faux fur. Okay. So it is 60 yards in each skein. So I got 2 of them. Okay, back to the Red Heart Classic. So I got Red Heart Classic in the color tan. I was very happy to finally find the Red Heart. This Red Heart at the Dollar Tree. So it's 190 yards. And it is a medium 4, a 5.5 millimeter hook, and 5 millimeter knitting needle. And, oh, that's interesting. Look, it has a little chart of which way to pull for a center pull or an outer pull. Oh, I like that. That's nice. And so, yeah, I was really excited. I bought every one they had of this, so I now have 8 of these. I like that it's a nice neutral color, so I could pair it with some of my nice variegated yarns I have, maybe. I don't know. Gotta figure out what I'm going to use this for. But it's going to be a bigger project because I have 190 times 8, like 1,500 yards just of this. So, I don't know. I have to figure out what I'm going to make out of that. So that is my Dollar Tree haul. Sorry I had to break it into 2 parts, but there's a lot to talk about with those books. They are awesome. Oh, and I also did not get one of the other new craft books, and that is a book on knitting in Tuscany. I will put the picture of that here. Bing! So yeah, I didn't get the Knitting in Tuscany book. It was really, had some interesting parts about wine and travel, but I don't knit, so like a third of the book really didn't apply to me, and I didn't really know anybody who would be interested in that to gift it to. But it was another nice, really nice book by Interweave, and I think the retail price on that was $20. So they've had a really good run of nice high-end crafting books. So I'm very happy with that stuff. And yeah, so that's my Dollar Tree haul for today. So please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out, and share with your friends so they can learn how to stretch their craft dollar and be affordably crafty. Have a creative day. See you tomorrow. Bye.